When you have balance issues after a stroke, how you do everything is impacted. But the challenging thing is these balance issues don't stem from one specific problem. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 3 systems that impact balance, and I'm gonna show you 4 crucial exercises that challenge these systems to help you get your balance back. Let's get into it. The 3 systems that impact balance are your vestibular system, which is located in your inner ear, and it detects head movement and orientation. Your visual system, so of course your eyes and how your brain processes what you see. And lastly, your somatosensory system, more specifically, your proprioception, which is your body's ability to feel where you are in space based on sensors that we have in our joints, muscles, and tendons. Let's dig a little deeper. You can think of your vestibular system as your body's built-in gyroscope, so to speak. It's located deep in your inner ear, and it's got these sensors that detect every single movement of your head. But it's not just about head movement. Your vestibular system also has sensors that detect gravity and linear movement. So whether you're in an elevator going up or down, or perhaps you're walking forwards or backwards, the system is constantly updating your brain about where you are in space relative to gravity or linear movement. Now, your visual system is also incredibly important for balance. Every time that you look around, your eyes are sending all of this information to your brain to process. So think about it like this. When you are walking down a hallway, it's not so simple in reality. You're constantly scanning for things in your environment. Are you going to trip over something? Is the floor uneven? Is there a glare from the lighting that's making it difficult for you to walk forward? And lastly, your somatosensory system, which includes proprioception. This system is responsible for telling the body where it is in space based on sensors that we have in our joints, our muscles, and our tendons, even when you have your eyes closed and you've taken away the visual system. So with this understanding, let me show you 4 crucial exercises to help you get your balance back by challenging each of these 3 systems. Of course, always check with your doctor or therapist before starting any new exercise routine just to make sure that it's right for you. Each of these exercises is going to be done standing up, so either have another person with you or make sure that you're holding on to a sturdy, solid surface. Our first exercise is standing weight shifts. This is seemingly simple, but we're going to modify it to address each of these 3 different systems that impact balance. So the basic exercise is standing up nice and tall and shifting weight over from one leg to the other. If you want to work on your visual motor integration, so looking and moving at the same time, then what you can do is actually try to scan around your room, looking for different things on the ceiling, on the floor, on the wall, shifting your weight as well as shifting your vision. Now, to give a challenge to your vestibular system, you're going to make a point to move your head while you do this exercise. So as you shift to one side, turn your head to that side, and vice versa for the other. You can also do this shifting your head down and up, or tilting side to side. However, that may make you dizzy, so just do that one with caution. Now, if you want to challenge your proprioception, it's a good idea to try this exercise on different surfaces. If you have a balance pad at home, you can definitely use that. But even if you just have different flooring in your house, carpet versus hardwood or tile or vinyl, because those are all going to give different inputs to your joints and challenge that proprioceptive system. Exercise number 2, slow standing marches. Another seemingly simple exercise. To do this one, you're going to lift up one leg at a time, bringing your knee up as high as you can, slowly lowering, shifting weight, and then lifting the other leg up. Again, you're with another person, you're holding onto something sturdy to ensure that you're not falling and you're taking safety precautions. So how do we modify this? For your visual system, you can start with your eyes open on a fixed point. You can then, of course, start tracking around the room, looking at different things. Now, to challenge our vestibular system, similar to what we did in the first one, you're going to start by doing head turns. This is definitely going to make things more complicated as you're not just shifting your weight, but you're actually lifting your leg up. Now, if you can't get your knees super high, that's totally fine. Do your best to try to get your foot up off the ground. Now, for proprioception, the key here is really trying to rebuild brain-body connection. So the focus is, as you shift weight, you really want to take a moment and feel your standing leg. So the leg that you are standing on, you're probably going to start to feel that ankle shift around and shake. That's perfectly fine. It's doing what we want it to do. But I really want you to focus in on that feeling, because often what's lost after a stroke is the ability of the brain and the body to communicate effectively. So part of that is bringing attention to our brain-body connection. Exercise number 3 is crossing midline. So crossing over your arm or your legs over the midline of your body. Now there are a couple different ways we can modify this based on where you're at in your recovery. So you can either start off by trying just to reach your arm across. Now if you have limited movement, that's fine. You just want to try to do your best. You can also do this with your feet. Maybe you're reaching your left foot across your right side, and vice versa. So to challenge our visual system, you can actually put targets, whether you're trying to reach or you're trying to touch something on the opposite side of your body with your foot. You can put targets at different heights or at different distances away, so that as you reach, you're trying to hit something, further in, further out, farther away, further in, and you're giving your visual system something to latch onto, a nice target. Now for your vestibular system, again, when you're challenging the system, you want to be really cautious because it might make you dizzy. Let's say that you're reaching your left leg across your body. Maybe you try to look to the opposite side as you bring that leg across. And for proprioception, this is where you're actually going to close your eyes so that you're relying more heavily on the proprioceptive and sensory feedback versus on your vision. So as you reach across, you're going to be trying to feel your arm reach across your body or your leg reach across the other side of your body. Exercise number 4 is the tandem stance. And this is where you put one foot directly in front of the other so that heel to toe is touching. Kind of like you're standing on a tightrope, and you are going to try to maintain that position as you challenge each of your balance systems. So to challenge your visual system in this position, you can try reading something off in the distance. Maybe you're watching the TV and you're trying to read something on the television. Of course, you can also look around the room looking for specific things. Now to challenge your vestibular system, this is where we bring in head movements again. So you can practice standing in this position, lifting your head up and looking down, looking side to side. And I really feel my ankles moving. I have a weak vestibular system. So this is really challenging for me. And sometimes these can make me feel even a little bit dizzy. So again, just make sure you're taking precautions for safety. Now to challenge proprioception, we're bringing back some things I've talked about before. This is where maybe you want to stand on some different surfaces, whether you're standing on carpet, hardwood, tile, or if you have a balance pad, or even one of those memory foam pads in front of your kitchen sink. The second way is really just to focus in on rebuilding brain-body connection. So this might be where you're just standing and all of your attention goes to your ankles, to your legs, to your feet. How are they feeling? Do they feel stable? Do they feel shaky? So you've seen all the exercises. Now, how many and how often should you be doing for optimal results? This is going to be a little bit variable. I would aim for 1 to 3 sets of 15 to 30 repetitions every single day. We know that in order to create neuroplastic changes in our brain, we have to be doing lots of repetitions. And we're not focusing necessarily on strengthening here. We're focusing on movement and balance. So with strengthening, we want to definitely take some days off. But because this is movement and balance focused, typically these are safe to do daily. Of course, always check with your doctor to make sure that that's right for you. Leave me a comment and let me know what things have been helpful to improve your balance after your stroke. And of course, please support the channel however you can. Like this video, subscribe, become a channel member by clicking on the join button. leave us a super thanks by clicking in the YouTube bar below. And a huge thank you to all of the donors who make this nonprofit possible, with a special thank you to Heather G, Ryan D, Modus Nova, and Joseph M in our Empower tier on Patreon. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.